Chapter 26. The First Breath After. For a few long minutes, there was no structure to the galaxy's reaction. Just noise. Laughter and sobbing and screaming and static all braided through Union Hall's channels at once. People shouted in all caps in languages their translators didn't even support yet. Emojis and glyphs and tiny looping reaction vids stack-bombed every major feed. Slowly, threads sorted themselves. A musician on Nalos started a channel called Hijacked for the ones we lost and piped in a low, wordless melody. Hundreds of thousands tuned in and listened in silence, some with their eyes closed, some with their heads pressed to the nearest node like they could hug the field itself. A miner on a belt station opened number "We're Still Here" and invited people to tell one short story each about something small they were grateful to still have. A union of freight pilots launched #First Flights Under the New Star and began arguing over who got to route calendars so they could be the first to fly a cargo run under the newborn light sky. Nobody organized it, nobody decreed it. The galaxy, having just shoved back against annihilation, was learning how to breathe again. In the Earth Command Center, somebody finally thought to mute their mic before dissolving into cathartic laughter. Someone else offered them a tissue. Hawthorne didn't end the broadcast with anything grand. He stepped closer to the feed, the afterimage of the newborn star still burning behind him in air and in eyes. He looked tired, human, alive. "My fellow citizens of the Milky Way," he said, voice rough around the edges. "I can't tell you what happens next. Not yet. We'll have questions to answer, systems to check, consequences to deal with. There will be politics. There always are." A ripple of rueful laughter flickered across the hall. "But I can tell you this much with complete certainty," he went on. "You just did something the universe itself didn't expect. You took the raw machinery of destruction and turned it into light. You chose creation when it would have been easier to give up." He let his gaze move across the main feed, across clips of kids still holding instruments, families still huddled on couches, workers still in harnesses, refugees still crowded together at Sol Gate 3. "You did that," he said simply, "and we're still here." Hawthorne gave a wry smile. "You know, we're probably the first civilization in history to stop that thing. We're a family now, brothers and sisters in arms. We're going to find out where the purge came from and make sure no other civilization faces a threat like that again. But for now, hug your parents, grandparents, children, siblings, and extended family, and celebrate the greatest victory ever achieved. Every single one of you that built a node contributed, no matter how small." Talek looked at his node on his desk and gave a smile. "Although we all contributed, I must acknowledge the people of Vera. The final push was yours. Thank you for saving the galaxy. Congratulations." Hawthorne continued, "You all earned a break. Earth out," he finished softly. The presidential channel dropped. For a heartbeat, Union Hall hung in hush. Then the galaxy started talking again. For the first time since anyone had named it, the Milky Way was no longer just a place where things happened. It was somewhere that had, together, said, "Enough," and been heard.